The war on drugs in North Dakota is escalating. Law enforcement agencies are dealing with dozens of traffickers armed with an array of modified weapons. Our investigative reporter Daniela Hurtado found the number of firearm seizures across the state has gone up dramatically in recent years. Danny, where are they all coming from?
Alan, drug dealers from metropolitan areas like Detroit, Chicago, and Minneapolis are traveling to North Dakota because there's high drug demand and not many providers, meaning they can sell their products here for a lot more. The Metro Area Narcotics Task Force has given us access to their facility to talk about how the drugs are connected to the hundreds of guns being seized. The agents' identities have been masked for their safety.
Don't even make me talk about my honey spot. Hey, 100 for a blue, that's my honey spot. If you even think about it, that's gonna get you shot.
This is Theodore Gray, a Detroit drug dealer wrapping his connections to North Dakota.
Bragging about his sales and where he's at and how dangerous of a person he is.
Gray was arrested by state agents for possession of a controlled substance and intent to distribute last year.
He bonded out.
A few days later, Gray was fatally shot in Detroit after a standoff with police. Let's go back. During the rap video, when Gray mentioned his honey spot, Metro Area Drug Task Force agents define the term as an area where you can make a lot more money.
He can get a lot more profit for what he's selling, and he's a little less known by law enforcement in this area.
Agents say the honey spot is right here in our backyard.
Bismarck in western North Dakota, along with the Fort Berthold Reservation.
Reports say Gray had a 5.7 handgun during the Detroit incident.
This cartridge will penetrate all the soft body armors out there.
Similar models and retrofitted firearms sit inside the evidence lockers of the Drug Task Force.
They'll trade the guns for the drugs.
Guns stolen within our community from your cars and homes.
They're just finding a new way to do it. You know, if I can go out and steal a gun and I can get $500 or $600 worth of drugs or $1,000 worth of drugs, I didn't have to come up with that money.
Many have caught on to that. By the numbers, Mantef statistics show their gun seizures have increased. 47 in 2014, 26 in 2015, 40 in 2016, 94 in 2017, and 62 in 2018. So we broke it down even further. In November, we got statistics from Bismarck Police, Mandan Police, Burleigh County Sheriff's Department, and Morton County Sheriff's Office. Bismarck has seized the most since 2014 at 200 firearms. Mandan PD seized 52 in the same time frame, Burleigh 30, and Morton 28. And with more guns on the streets, the Drug Task Force has had to use a lot more of this tape.
You know, they're trying to set them up like our police rifles. You know, they got scopes, they got red dot sights, they got lights, stuff like that, so they can go out into the dark and actually see what they're doing.
Weapons. The agent says drug dealers and crime offenders are gravitating towards, and crimes are mainly linked back to drugs.
It comes across the border and it hits all these hub cities and kind of starts to disperse. Well, when you come all the way up here, we're the end of that line. And so we pay the most.
With more demand and less providers,
different street gangs will have different territories in North Dakota that they control.
Big drug dealers from out of state are paying a visit to our neighborhoods.
They come out here to exploit those people to say, okay, you know, you got to continue to do theft and all this stuff so I can keep feeding you these pills and I can take the money back.
Guns are just a part of the game, but a deadly one the Drug Task Force is dealing with much more frequently. Mantef agents say it's important to keep a track of your serial numbers and the make and model of your weapons. They also advise gun owners to keep weapons locked safes. As for Gray, the man who was killed during a standoff in Detroit, his case in North Dakota now goes into the abyss because there's no longer a suspect. Federal documents show Gray's family in Michigan is suing Detroit law enforcement in a wrongful death lawsuit.